Hey, it's Matt. Just a note to let you know that we are taking a break and we'll be back on July 14th with our next podcast. Enjoy. You know, Kate, yesterday we were talking about working from home, the number of people that could work from home now. And there's this kind of funny situation where, you know, Elon Musk.
I mean, I know of him.
You know Elon.
We're not like Christmas card pals or anything like that.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So the head of Tesla, and he had said, all right, guys, you're all coming back to work. Come back to work. We need to get this done here. And so a whole bunch of employees arrived back at Tesla headquarters and found there weren't enough parking spots.
Shut it.
A lot of them didn't have desks to sit at, and the Wi-Fi sucked.
Wouldn't you think you'd have all your ducks in a row before you made people come back?
One would think. So they say in the past 3 years, the number of people working for Tesla has doubled to almost 100,000 people.
Okay.
But apparently they didn't procure desks and parking spaces for these people.
Sorry, can't come to work today
I know.
because I can't park my car.
And I would think one of the perks of working at Tesla would be get front of the line to buy a Tesla, and then you have no space to park it.
And you're not going to park that sucker on the street? Are you kidding me?
Not like an animal, no. So I just found it funny since we were just talking about the working from home stuff, and I like laughing at Elon Musk.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's an enjoyable pastime of mine.
Matt, it's National Bomb Pop Day.
National Bomb Pop Day. Is that the popsicle? Multicolored popsicle?
I mean, I thought that was 4th of July, but apparently not.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, Bomb Pop Day.
Bomb Pop Day, Social Media Day, Handshake Day. Not sure if that's a thing anymore. Corvette Day, National Water Gun Fight Day, and Disabled Veterans Day.
All right, so go forth and celebrate lots of days to choose from there.
Yeah.
You don't have people reaching their hand out to you, trying to shake your hand anymore?
It's weird. You kind of do when you meet somebody new. I do this like weird little dance, like, do we shake, do we not? And I just try to follow the lead from the other person. If they want to shake, I'll shake. And then I immediately hand sanitize in front of them, like, don't take it personal. It's fine.
Keep one of those spray hand sanitizers in your pocket. And
it's usually on a lanyard around my neck, but no.
That sounds pretty stylish.
If people are not shaking hands, I'm cool with that too. I used to be a big, like, handshake, nice to meet you, double pump squeeze.
Oh, okay. That's quite a routine.
It is. And you know, the eye contact, the double pump, the squeeze, nice to meet you, because I can't stand a weak handshake. But now I'm not a big fan of handshakes. So,
yeah. So keep your weak and your strong and your medium strength handshakes away from me. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, yeah, kind of.
I mean, that's what you would prefer, but you're still going to acknowledge and shake.
Yes. Yeah. It's just weird times, right?
Yes.
Weird times for the handshake?
It's bizarre time. Well, it's slightly less weird than it was maybe a year ago.
Correct.
Slightly.
But now we're in the limbo. Are we back to it? Have we adopted no handshake?
No. Clearly, I feel like we are back into just as many people shaking hands as they did before.
Really?
That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just in my general out and aboutedness, I guess. I don't know. People shaking.
Out and aboutedness, shaking hands, kissing babies.
That's what I do, yeah. Now, I had to coach a friend once on his handshake, actually.
How'd that go?
It went well.
Did he ask for your coaching advice?
No, I had to let him know.
Okay.
It's like he would be like, all right, he'd like shake the hand at the end of a hang, you know?
Okay.
And then eventually I was like, dude, your handshake is not very good. And so
dead fish.
Yes. So we practiced.
And then the next time you saw him, did you say, all right, buddy, give it to me. See how you have improved.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, almost normal. Almost.
Keep working. Keep working.
You'll get there.
Now, I have had to say that to teenagers, like kids that I'm around. I'm like, oh, wait. You don't shake a hand like that. Come here. And then we shake hands. Not like strangers that I don't know.
This is good. You're imparting your wisdom to the youth.
To the youths.
The Utes. Sorry, the Utes. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and Let them lead the way and close deals with a handshake.
Right?
I think that's how the lyrics went, yeah.
I think so. Probably couldn't fit in double pump, eye contact, squeeze, but it's okay.
Did you learn that? Was that a thing that you learned? That phrase?
No, that's
a Kate original?
That's a Kate original. And
go.
I don't know if I was taught that you're not supposed to give a weak handshake. And I know that I was taught that you shake a hand, like from a woman's point of view, a lot of times they'll just like offer a hand. And that drives me crazy. Does that make sense? Like not a shake where it's like, here's my hand.
They put their hand out like the other person's supposed to go, my lady?
Kind
like
of. Or
okay.
it's like a weird, like, instead of out, it's up and in. And that drives me crazy. And especially when I shake a woman's hand and be like, what are you doing? You don't shake a hand like that. Come on.
But you don't actually call them out, right?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Come on, Kate.
No.
And improve the world here. So what was the phrase again that you used to remember how to shake a hand, Kate?
Double pump squeeze, eye contact.
Yeah, that'll fit on a coffee mug.
Yeah.
But we're still waiting on the chip shortage to go away. That way we can have our don't talk to me until I've had my Matt and Kate coffee mugs made first.
Right. We've got some prototypes. Got a loyal listener who made some prototypes. So you and I have those coffee cups, just the general public does not.
And I still have that bottle of cucumber vodka that you gave me.
Oh, Matt.
Sitting inside mine for a rainy day.
Summertime. Bust that out.
That's not going to do me any good.
No?
Just one?
You don't think it'll be refreshing?
It's just a one shot.
Which will encourage you to buy more.
Oh, okay.
Sit on your deck, sip it over ice. There you go.
Did you see Airbnb is banning party houses?
I saw that.
No more parties at your Airbnb. So what are you going to do, Kate?
I'm just going to call it a small get-together.
I was going to say hit up Craigslist instead.
VRBO instead.
Verbo? I'm not sure. Are they amenable to party houses?
We're going to find out.
Okay. There you go. It's a race to book a party house. Who will win? Craigslist? I think Craigslist will actually.
Probably.
Yeah. Needles allowed. Yeah, so they decided initially they shut it down in 2020, the party houses. Like, nope, no parties due to,
the Rona.
Yeah, exactly. My Corona. And then decided, well, you know what? It turns out that people, specifically the quote is, it developed into a bedrock community policy to support our hosts and their neighbors.
Yeah, my first thought was, I'm sure the hosts don't like it when they throw parties, but I never thought about the neighbors part when I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I'm sure there's plenty of hosts that don't care. Don't you think?
Well, as long as their stuff doesn't get ruined, that's what I get nervous of.
Sure.
I mean, how smart is that to have a party in Airbnb where you just have to pay like a $100 cleanup fee and just leave the place trashed, and that's $100 to pay somebody to clean it up.
Is that all it costs?
Each house is different, but it's not obscene.
If you damage their stuff.
Well, yeah.
If you light their couch on fire or something.
Yeah.
Probably costs a little bit more than that.
Patio furniture in the pool, Yeah,
that's how you do it. Are you excited for Hocus Pocus 2, Kate?
I'm excited that the people who love Hocus Pocus are excited. How about that?
I don't know if I've ever seen this film.
I saw it a long time ago, and people who love Hocus Pocus love it. So they're excited. So that's good.
Yeah, they're back, the team.
Sarah Jessica Parker, Bette Midler, and I always screw up her last name, Kathy Najimy.
I was going to say Najimy, but maybe it's Najimy.
I don't know.
Najimy. Potato.
Right.
I'm sure she gets it all the time.
She's used to people mispronouncing her name.
I would sure hope so. So that's headed to Disney Plus, Hocus Pocus 2. The trailer came out for that if you care to check it out. If you don't care to check it out, well, that's fine. I don't really care to either. It doesn't sound like Kate's especially hype on it.
My kids will like it. They like the first one.
I mean, that came out. The original one is old. that come out when we were kids? Weren't we in the demographic for that film? Let me see. Hocus Pocus.
I was going to say we were in high school.
1993.
Okay.
We were not in high school.
Not in high school.
Phew.
Not in high school.
Yeah, I just felt like looking back on it, is it a female-focused film? I'm curious if the fact that it was 3 women starring in the film, if as a small child, I was like, it's a girl movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think so, though.
Okay.
Oh.
And then in other film news, Top Gun Maverick is Tom Cruise's first billion-dollar movie. So congrats, Tom. About time, Tom! About time, Tom.
That kind of surprises me.
That's his first, I know. Yeah, it's wild.
Mm-hmm. I would have thought with Mission Impossible or Jack Reacher. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, movies just make so much more money than they used to.
That's true.
You know, I remember back in my day, like a movie, if it made $100 million, like, wow, that's the most ever. And now it's like $1 billion. Hold my beer, says a Marvel film.
Right. Hey, speaking of reboots, one of your favorites is getting a reboot.
One of my favorites.
One of your favorites.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a clue or two. You like to do an impression of the main character saying his mother-in-law's name.
Oh, who's the boss?
Yeah.
Mona. Wow.
Tony Danza, Alyssa Milano returning for Who's the Boss sequel series.
Exciting.
And Alyssa Milano's character will navigate life as a single mom in her original home. And no word if Angela or Jonathan will be there.
Angela. But we know that Tony and Samantha will be there, right?
Yep, it's going to be on Amazon's Freevee network.
Extravaganza.
Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Judith Light is on the highway. Judith Light played Angela for the unfamiliar.
Well done.
Thank you. I'm a big Elton John fan, you know.
Totally.
Yeah. So am I behind on the Barbie photos? I ran into, and I saw these Barbie and Ken photos on social media. Have you seen the two of them together?
Yes.
Okay. I just ran into this yesterday. It's in our show notebook under Barbie photos there. They're on rollerblades. Have you seen those ones?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn, they look good.
I just love those outfits.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. Those rollerblades are pretty cool.
Glow in the dark.
Does one of your kids have rollerblades now?
Yes. Ellie has rollerblades.
How's that going?
I think okay. No major injuries. Love that.
No major injuries.
Our driveway is kind of on a slope. And so it drives me crazy when she goes to cross the street that there's just like no stopping her. She just goes across. But I feel like that's a progressive maneuver versus like when she was first like kind of crab walking across the street because she was afraid of going too fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, kid, you cannot crab walk across the street. Sorry, on rollerblades.
That is a hilarious visual.
Yeah.
Are hers that glow in the dark looking?
They are
green?
not. They are black with neon green.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Barbie and Ken photo. You probably are better at describing the outfits than I would be.
Okay. Barbie's wearing neon pink biker shorts with a singlet. Kind of looks like a wrestling singlet / Olivia Newton-John. Let's get physical. Bodysuit, swimsuit style over the biker shorts. And she and Ken are in the same pattern as he's got the sleeveless vest. No, not even vest. Open jacket. They have both matching visors. A lot of neon going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Gosling's bright blonde hair.
Is he wearing a fanny pack? Is he wearing a lime green?
I just just noticed that. That's hilarious. It's like my eye went right there, and you say fanny pack. I'm like, oh yeah, and a fanny pack.
That's fantastic.
And he's also wearing wrist. What are those called?
Sweatbands for the wrist.
Sweatbands on his wrist. Yeah. That are the neon green that match the fanny pack, that match the knee pads, that match the rollerblades, that match Barbie's elbow pads. I think it's a strategic move. She's got elbow pads. He's got sweatbands.
I mean, the sweatbands, he can go remove the sweat from her forehead using his wristbands.
True.
But if he falls, her armbands, her elbow guards aren't going to protect him.
And old school Ken couldn't bend at the elbow. They were just arms that went up and down. So, I mean, he didn't need to protect his elbows.
Okay, maybe that's it. He has no elbows that need protecting.
There you go.
No elbows to protect.
Did you know the band Kiss does not know geography?
I'm not surprised, but that's not especially my strong suit either.
Okay, but do you know the difference between Austria and Australia?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I can find Australia on a map for sure and then be like, that's not Austria.
I'm going to skip over to Europe and hover and then, oh, there you are, Austria. Yeah.
Right. It'll take me a little bit to spot Austria, but I think I could get in the general. I'd be able to find the correct continent.
Yes, absolutely. So Kiss was playing a concert in Austria.
Oh, okay.
And on their big screen, it says, Kiss loves you, Vienna. And in Kiss, it was the Australian flag.
Smooth.
It's kind of like when bands go out on stage and we're like, we love you, Detroit. And they're like, we're in Milwaukee. Like, okay, never mind.
Well, yeah, the classic one is you go to the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri. What's up, Kansas? You know?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, well, it's a little bit different, but okay.
Well, I went to a show last week at Starlight, the band Chicago, and they said, Kansas City, Missouri. Is it Missouri? Missouri. We love you, Kansas City. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it depends.
They had this debate on stage, but it was just one person saying it. So it was like, okay, you're thinking out loud here, buddy. Just go with it. Pick one and roll.
Trying to appeal to everybody. First off, I think Missouri is more common in the metropolitan areas in the state. And the Missouri is a more rural pronunciation.
Okay.
Just going on my basic experience with people from various different parts of the state. Missouri. In fact, I believe I heard Jay Nixon, the former governor of Missouri, would change his pronunciation depending on what city he was in.
Where he was?
Yeah.
Again, appealing to the people.
That's right. Kate, there's a report that Amazon will hold another Prime Day-like event later this year.
I saw that.
First, we kind of heard that this year's deals might be kind of weak due to inflation and shortages and things like that. So if you find the Amazon Prime deals to be a little bit lame, then wait for the Prime Fall Deal event, a Prime exclusive shopping event coming in Q4, according to CNBC. Does that make you hype?
This is the first time that they're doing two events.
Is that right?
In
okay.
the same year. Mm-hmm.
I was curious. I know for a while their Amazon Prime Day was a single day. Mm-hmm. And then now, July 12th and 13th is the date for that. And then maybe in the fall.
And there's a lot of deals leading up to Prime Day. It's not just on July 12th and 13th.
Yeah, did you buy a vacuum?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Kate's in the market for a robot vacuum.
Yeah.
Because her puppy is not very good at cleaning the floors.
Well, when she gets there, she just doesn't like to go into the kitchen.
It's tile and she slips around on it, or it's hardwood?
It's wood. Yeah.
She's coming off the carpet.
Yep.
And then she comes onto the hardwood. And then she might as well be on ice.
And then she's just like, nah, I think I'll go back to carpet.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
You're going to try to train that out of her?
We keep trying to coax her to come in there because she's doing better. It's not like she falls every time. She's just very uncertain of it.
So you use a treat?
Yeah.
Get her in there?
Yeah. The other day I accidentally dropped a piece of bacon and I was like, come on, it's right here. Come on. Nope.
Damn, how devastating. You dropped some bacon?
Yeah, I was real upset.
I'm sorry, Kate.
It's okay.
Were you tempted at all just to pick it off the floor and eat it?
No.
Blow on it? Blow the crumbs off it and eat it? No, okay.
It wasn't that big of a piece. It was a big piece. I was chopping it for jalapeno poppers. I made some poppers the other day. So good.
Sounds like it.
So good. Threw them in the air fryer. Yum.
Yeah. You know, my brother, I think my brother Bob may have given my sister-in-law Jen, I think this was for Mother's Day maybe. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I got her a double air fryer. And I was like, oh, what's that? And he's like, well, it's an air fryer, but there's 2 different trays to it. And I was like, oh, sorry, I was thinking like twice baked potatoes or something. When I
gotcha.
Heard double air fryer.
Double air fryer. Is that sucker ginormous?
Wicka. I haven't seen it in person yet, I don't think.
Okay.
No. I'll have to make a point to seek that out next time.
If you had to have one guess of what the biggest police reports are over 4th of July weekend, what do you think it is?
People shooting off guns.
Oh.
Is that not it?
That's not it, but that's interesting. Like trying to mask their gunshots with fireworks?
No, they're just like, America, woo! And they just shoot their guns in the air.
Pew, 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 pew,
like, that
pew.
sounds like fireworks.
Okay.
If the guns sounded like that, it probably wouldn't be as big of a concern.
Yeah.
But they actually sound like guns. They don't go pew, pew.
Pew, pew. Boom, boom. I was reading an article and a police chief was talking about, we don't mind people letting off fireworks. We mind intoxicated people letting off fireworks. That is their biggest problem that they have over the 4th of July weekend.
They get calls saying, hey, my neighbor is drunk off their ass and is shooting bottle rockets at my house on purpose.
Either that or someone got hurt and they're like, oh man, how'd you get hurt? Well, I was wasted, or the person is wasted shooting off fireworks. So I feel like that's a pretty easy one. Like if you're intoxicated, you should not be messing with explosives.
Well, that's like saying if you're intoxicated, don't order pizza, you know? Sometimes you just want to do it more.
I get that. I do love pizza.
Yeah, and when does it taste better when drunk?
I don't know better, but even crappy pizza tastes amazing.
There you go. All right, so delicious, like gourmet pizza. Don't waste your drunken dollars on that. But a hot and ready sure tastes a lot better than it does sober.
I just never want to go like mess with explosives after I've been drinking, though.
But there's plenty. You've met these people.
You've seen these people.
I don't want to do that either. I'm always too worried I'm going to blow off a digit or something, you know?
Yeah.
And no amount of drunkenness yet has got me to that point. But those people, you've seen these people. You've met these. You know these people.
You know these people.
You could probably name a person right now, but you don't want to name check them on the radio, maybe.
Correct. But I definitely was. Victim is a strong word, but we had a fireworks accident last year that got me.
Yikes.
Yeah. And it wasn't a drunk person who was lighting it. I mean, I was definitely not lighting it, but it didn't hurt because I had enough.
It didn't hurt because you had enough. So getting drunk is a good recipe to make you not feel the pain right away if someone else damages you. Yeah.
Right? It looked pretty bad, but it didn't hurt until I was changing the bandages.
What'd you do?
You know those box fireworks where they shoot like 3 or 4 and they're real pretty? Well, after like the first one, it tipped over and it went into the crowd.
Yikes.
And I had my oldest on my lap and I was able to like throw my leg up to kind of get her out and like kind of shield my body. But it got the back of my right leg.
Man, you must really love her because you could have just used her to shield yourself.
Oh, I really love her because I was forcing her to watch the fireworks because she's terrified of fireworks. And then they came shooting right at us. So this year's going to be really fun trying to get her to watch fireworks with me.
You know, a lot of places have taken down their plexiglass shields, that used to be a barrier. Maybe you can get one of those on clearance and shield your faces with it.
There we go. Sit behind the booth.
Yeah.
Plexiglass booth.
Boom. Done.
Handled.